Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. As we'll see Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers versus Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
It is a part of the country that could definitely use the rain, but it's also going to make for a very wet track tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys making their way out behind the NFL's leader in touchdown passes for 2023. In his 9th season now, Dak Prescott.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. Now Prescott. Left side to Lamb. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they? Oh, Prescott stripped. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Jake Moody now for the point after. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season, but they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew, so plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. And Khalif Raymond was the intended target. And it's second down. You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Prescott to throw it. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Well, the 49ers getting ready to go on offense, and it's the Pro Bowler Brock Purdy at the helm in his 3rd NFL season now out of Iowa State.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Mason, and he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this 1st half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's brought down. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 33, here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Nick Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Prescott. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Purdy looking to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Prescott. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Prescott looks to throw on first. Throw caught by Raymond. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Aaron Jones, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head east to the land to check on the Brownies at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Amari Cooper, well over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a good blue-collar matchup. Giants and Steelers from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Mason. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 44 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Right back to Juszczyk again. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now they run. It's Mason. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Jordan Mason with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
He was brought down by Eric Harris. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing. Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott being chased out left. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
They'll run here with Mason. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
On the ground again, it's Mason. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Draw play. Here's the fullback. It's Juszczyk.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Mason. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And they'll run it here. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
A first carry for Elijah Mitchell.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff up the middle. Mason.
And he will have a Niners 1st down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
Purdy down to a knee, and that should be the final act of the ball game.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Niners,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long.